gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à l'envers. Tu cherches un peu de gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à l'envers. Si aux examens tu t'es planté, viens donc faire un...
Welcome to a pre-recorded episode for Fandemic, where we thoroughly analyze various types of independent or fan-made media. I'm your host, Indie Fan. By the time you reach this message, chances are Silverwolf already has my head impaled on a stick. So, I have several views along the way. And the first one isn't so great. So, let's get this over with and then go on to the good stuff.
I already provided an introduction for Godzilla, so there would be no need to repeat myself. To those who don't know who he is, link is down below for my Godzilla Origins review.
And speaking of which, that had more entertaining value than the one we're going to look at today, Godzilla 2 Revenge. The other one, jackass.
Unlike the previous Godzilla entry on the show, this was used with Minecraft.
Oh, and before anyone says anything,
I asked for his permission, and he gave me the go-ahead.
So without further ado, let's see how the use of Minecraft affects this project as we dig into Godzilla 2 Revenge.
So the movie starts off at a surprisingly rich household for something made with Minecraft.
And what does this add to the plot at all?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
So we then cut to later that night, where we, of course, hear Godzilla coming. Frickin' ring you have to... God damn it! I swear to Christ, I don't even understand. Why do I have to put my ass out for that little turd? We then cut to 2 days later. And turns out, these guys' parents were killed off screen. And they blame Godzilla for it.
Okay. Are you sure that your parents weren't, hit by a car or something, or struck by lightning? Do you always have to say, Godzilla did it the moment he comes in and your parents just so happen to die? And off screen, no less?
We then cut to New York City 20 years later. And here we see our first problem. The fight choreography in this sucks. And no, I don't fucking care if it's made with Minecraft. The last Godzilla fan film I reviewed had action figures in it, and he still managed to make it entertaining. Holy hell! Star Wars Rise of the Dark had no lightsaber effects, and was still entertaining than this. Ranting aside, we then find out Batra is attacking New York.
And you know what happens next.
The military try to fight Batra, but of course to no avail. Godzilla arrives. The two of them fight. Batra then turns into his Imago form. The two fight some more. Then Godzilla defeats Batra. We'll have not known that if not for one of the characters.
And normally this would be the end of those Godzilla films. But...
Frickin' King Kong appears!
And is there even an explanation as to why Batra and Kong are there in the first place? Of course there isn't!
I mean, they're not even explaining as to why Batra is heading towards New York, so why would they bother with Kong in the first place? So of course, Kong and Godzilla fight, Kong gets killed off screen, Godzilla gets nuked, so does the entire city of New York, and surprise, surprise, Godzilla survives.
Oh, And how do I know Kong got killed off screen?
Well, the character said he was dead.
Hey, buddy, have you ever heard of this little concept called show, don't tell? It works quite well in movies.
So then one of the soldiers orders out the oxygen destroyer, and then we cut to Godzilla turning into burning Godzilla.
And is there an explanation as to how Godzilla became burning Godzilla?
Nope.
And now there you go. If you do not have an explanation as to why the monsters are attacking in New York City, or Godzilla having another form, there's a problem with your movie. Now, with that, let's compare this film to Godzilla: The Half-Century War.
In the Half-Century War, ever since 1954, monster attacks were common. Later, the numbers started to escalate due to a device known as a psionic transmitter, which attracts kaiju similar to moths and light, which would then attract monsters like Gigan, King Ghidorah, and Space Godzilla. Here, as stated before, there is no explanation. Kaiju are just attacking and appearing randomly.
And now with that out of the way, let us proceed.
We then cut to Oregon 11 years later, and with no explanation why.
Okay, buddy. There's this internet reviewer I know that prefers to have movies explain what's going on. And if a movie doesn't explain what's going on, this happens.
Just act. Sorry.
It would not be smart to anger him. You would not like it when he's angry.
We then find out that the military has built a robot made to fight Godzilla.
Oh gee, I wonder how this is gonna end.
Spoilers, Godzilla defeats the robot. Why am I not surprised? And of course, another monster approaches. And in a battle sequence that took, literally, and I recorded this, 1 hour, 60 minutes, and 63 seconds, Batra, Mothra, and Ghidorah appear. And in the middle of the fight scene, which was actually took 1 hour, 60 minutes, and 63 seconds, might you, the Oxygen Destroyer is ready.
And was there any explanation that this weapon, the Oxygen Destroyer, had to be developed within 11 years?
No!
You know, if you were a professional filmmaker and if you made a high budget film similar to this, people are gonna think you view your audience as idiots. There is so little effort put into this. And I have seen people put effort into low budget films and still pull it off. I have seen actual story from Godzilla Origins, She-Ra Surely You Jest, even Star Wars Rise of the Dark. Here, there's no drive, no story, no character, no nothing. And don't you dare say, oh, people just see my movie for monster fights. That is a load of crap. Your monster fights are lazily done. And I know you have potential. I have seen people with action figures, and still pull it off. In fact, hell, they make it good. Case in point, Deadzilla, one of my favorite filmmakers. Even Ultraman Kronos, Goji 73, Alex Salsa Productions. Hell, Billy DeBouse, the director of Godzilla Battle Royale, had as much a story in this film as a popcorn flick, and still made the monster fights entertaining. I'm sorry, but your project is poorly made, and there is no excuse. I'll let this quote from Linkara speak for itself.
Something that sometimes people forget is that you don't need great special effects in order to carry a great show or movie, because the story is good.
And out of all those flaws, your movie would have stood out if it had a story, which it doesn't. We're still minutes in, and there's nothing. Still.
Criticism aside, we then find out that the Oxygen Destroyer is ready.
Okay. Why? I mean, you've already nuked the hell out of New York. And don't you dare say, oh, it's an adaptation, you gotta make changes. They have to make sense. This doesn't. In the original, it was into the ocean, away from human life. I mean, here, you're pretty much in a populated area. I mean, oh my god, let's just get this over with. I mean, I swear.
So after a thankfully shorter fight, Godzilla defeats both Ghidorah, Mothra, and Batra. The military try to fight Godzilla, of course, but to no avail.
If the military don't even learn that their guns don't do shit against Godzilla throughout many films and incarnations, I don't think they ever will.
And unsurprisingly, another monster appears. This one being Rodan.
And is there an explanation as to why Rodan is here?
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No.
If the person isn't going to bother to explain what's going on, then why bother at all?
In the midst of a battle that takes 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 7 seconds, Godzilla is reverted back to his original form. Both Rodan and Godzilla are defeated, and the Oxygen Destroyer is presumably used. And so our movie ends with the military rooting over Godzilla's death, which was in a populated area where thousands of lives were now claimed at the hands of the giants and the military's arrogance.
Yes, it is. This movie is crap!
And do I even need to explain why? The story is non-existent, the characters are as flat as bread, and the fight choreography is lazily done. And coming from the fact that this guy can possibly do better is very insulting. The enjoyment I got out of this film is the same enjoyment I got after seeing Fan Four Stick. Fuck this movie.
Final analysis is a big fat F-.
Guys, do yourself a solid and avoid this film unless you want to learn how not to make a fan film. In fact, if you're looking for any entertainment value in this, you haven't drank enough cactus juice yet.
And to the person who made Godzilla 2 Revenge, if you are watching this, I hope you take these words as criticism. And that's all for today. Join me sometime soon as I dig into Caleb Hiles. I'm Indie Fan, and I'll catch you next time.
どうして心にして変わない諦める理由ないはず夢の方が俺を突き放して消えてゆくそれをただ見送ったと
trouble. Bad. Big. Come on! Come on!
Oh no. You're not getting away from me this time, motherfucker.